Hello, Shadow Hunter here, and welcome back to our open TTD realistic playthrough. We're off to a cracking start, which I'm really stoked about. After a few failed attempts, I've worked out the quirks. We've got the guts of a network up and running, and I think now it's time to expand, because that would be delicious. So, Gosper hates us, we hate Gosper. But we got to do what we got to do because we need to get growth happening in some cities, otherwise we're never going to fulfill our objectives. So I'm just going to go on a planting spree. Not here because I want... Actually, they're going to build out themselves. They might even just... There we go. Very poor. Get us to poor. Come on. Get us to poor. Be poor with us. There we go. Alright. So now that we've got that to pour, we are going to build out. So we've got Brisbane hitting a 26-day growth tick, which is great, and we actually have Ayton here hitting a 20-day growth tick. So I'm not entirely sure why Ayton is hitting a higher growth tick than Brisbane, to be honest with you. We're doing at least 50% of the passengers. Not doing much mail. Should we get some mail trucks cruising around in Brisbane soon as well, as I think about it? And I think we're going to get another couple of stations in there to keep smashing Brisbane. Really just elevate that, really pump this train route. We've got good coverage. We could probably nearly get another station over here. I just have no idea. I mean, we could probably send it to Bundabar, have a couple of trains going to Bundabar. Do we have... I don't think we have the diesel yet. We've got the diesel. Okay, so we've got the diesel, so we can build off our network and do point to point. So I could theoretically stick another train station maybe in here actually, and then actually have it just connect on, go to Bundabar, loop back around and come back. It's probably not a bad idea. Alright, Gosper's not unhappy with us, but we're going to turn our attention to Brisbane for a minute. So I need this to connect to our existing network. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to bring this road up here, which is perfect. Go into my favourite little cobblestone here, grab a 2-track 6-platform station that way. Let's get something a bit more pretty. Let's go with the high roof for this one. Alright, and then we're going to stick that. I think we go in there to maximise. I mean, it would grow around us, but that doesn't have a stadium. Alright. I could pay the piper. I could pay the piper and get in there. It's going to cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 30 grand. Do I want to get in there, or I think I stay with that. I stay with that. I should have built my bus station first. That was my bad. Alright. So I got the bus station there. We'll get another vehicle depot here. I think this is a good spot for another vehicle depot. That makes a lot of sense. That's connected up correctly. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to come... so we're going to have that go there, that go there. Don't want to pay any money that I don't need to pay, so we can dodge that there. And then I can have this fork out like this. That will work, and that can be the in and that can be the out. So we've got a nice clear opportunity here. So we can come out off of there, and we can bring that up there, and that's beautiful. And then we can just come straight down here. Oh my goodness, it was meant to be. That is perfection personified. Right, so the one way will go there, one way out will go there. We'll put, you can enter from the backside here just so trains can load. We'll put a one way there. Let's put one, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So put that there just so they don't queue through the intersection. I'll pop that there, and I'll pop another one there. That should do. And then I am going to pop one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's a bit short. So what we're going to do here is let's bring this out a smidge. There we go. And do 2 like that. 2 like that. And then 2 like that. That's better. And then we're going to get rid of this here. That just will prevent any queuing issues. And we can get rid of this one now. And we can pop one here, one there, and we'll just put at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So probably there is good. And we can pop one there. And I think that's okay. One train in that block should be fine. And then we're going to remove that. And we don't want them queuing through here. And that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to remove that one. So basically this will just be a joining piece. And if they're going to queue, they'll either queue here or queue here. But what they won't do is queue through there. And it's not going to back up because if they're coming from this way, there's plenty of space to queue. Where was that? Oh, was that just a turnaround before, was it? Alright, and this is why we left this extra space, because now is the time we add this in. Yes, we need to move that signal first. So push that signal back one, remove that signal, and then we will come off here like this, as so. And then I think that's good. So that will just give us some extra capacity on that. I'm going to go with, let's just call that eastbound, on the eastbound run. Alright, so that gets us there. So now our train can come out of here. Because we can use the diesel trains, they can change directions. They've got to go all the way down to here to loop around. So the easy way to fix that is we can come out of here. Alright, so let's move, get rid of that signal. And what we're going to do is we'll put a pass through on here. That just seems like a good, there we go. Alright, so pop that on there. I hate that, it just is so ugly. I know I don't need to, I know I've technically done what I need to do, but it's just so ugly. Right, so let's pop that there. Right, that's much nicer. So we pop that there, get our removal tool, get rid of that ugly piece of garbage, get rid of that, and then just have it like that. It's so much nicer. And then we'll get a signal at the end there. So we've got 3 ways in, they can signal out. And then what we will also do is we'll come off of here like this, give a nice good big run, and we will come over with a 2 like that, over like that, and come down like that, which just gives us plenty of space between the station and the junction, plenty of room for trains to queue and not block this up. And we're going to move that to there. We can get rid of this one so they don't queue through the intersection. Put a little pre-junction there. No, just we'll go there. And then they won't queue through that intersection and block that turnaround. And we want to, where will we get them to queue? Oh, they'll be fine to queue. So I think we'll just move that one back there so we can get a bit of a queue forming and have one there. That's okay, because there shouldn't be too many trains blocking the junction there. Alright, so that will allow us to get our diesel train up and running from here. Look at me. Past Shadow Hunter, very happy with his work. Oh man, the reliability, it must be because it's the first year it's out. Alright, we're going to wait just a little bit because I think that reliability will go up. I think because it's brand new. No, design 1965. Oh, we're just going to bite the dust. The only thing we can use for here, so it is what it is. Reliability sucks. Hopefully it improves over time. Alright, let's get a nice 5, 6, and because I like it to be beautiful, let's just let's go mail cart, where we go there and there. So we've got some quiet carts at the end, mail carts in the middle. I think we have to refit this to be, or we could add, oh that's gonna, yeah, passengers, okay. What's the capacity of that? Is it? That's not just 472 in the main bit, is it? That's still a mail cart, surely. What can you carry? Where's your information? Alright, yeah, okay. Is that 400 passengers just in there? No, that can't be right. Alright. Yes, you've got too few orders. I know, I'm busy trying to deal with you. Alright, so we will send that to Brisbane East. We'll send that to Bundabar Woods. We're going to let it loop around Dodge Corowa for now. And we're just going to have it service that loop. Because I'm expecting a lot of passengers into Brisbane here. And then I'm going to pop the city on I don't want you in my road, and we'll get rid of the signs temporarily. And then what we're going to do, let me just check these out. So there's 200 people there, 400 people there. All right, so we can really ramp up on our feeders. So feeder for you and a feeder for you. That is good. So that'll keep feeding that station over there, giving it plenty of passengers. Then what I think we're going to do is we're going to grab our road here. And we will add an additional... Right, so we've got coverage here, we've got coverage here, we've got coverage here, and this is giving us coverage, as you can see here. So we need a little bit of coverage over here. So I think what we're going to do is pop another station in here, and then to sort of help with the logistics of it, I'm going to bump this out, make a nice big super block here, like this, and we'll bring this across like this. So it gives it a big block there, and then we're going to help the city with the growth as well by just adding some extra road there, so it doesn't have to waste a growth tick on road construction. I wanted it to push into the farm more, but it doesn't seem to want to. I don't know if the Mr. algorithm is avoiding that from happening. Look, we've got a fence. Oh, we're moving up in the world. Alright, so we've got a station there, and then obviously we've got our main new train station here, which also has road vehicles as well. So what we're going to do is get a new bus up and running, and we're going to send that. We won't send that everywhere, but we'll send that here, and then let's just have a look. So we've got 400, so I think we'll send it there. How is... Do we have one over here? We don't have one over here, so we probably should add one over here. So we're going to send that one to here, and then we're going to send it to here. And we're just going to have it do that loop, not as a feeder, just as a little buzzing around. So that is called Brisbane East. Right, so let's just put buzz Brisbane East, just so I know that that's kind of hovering around that train station, and the other one is hovering around this train station. Brisbane East, let's get a couple of those. Actually, what we'll do with this one is let's reverse the orders. So let's go Woods first, East last. So you've got a reverse order one, which is great, and then we'll clone one of each. So we've got 2 buses in each direction of travel, which is fantastic. Okay, actually, while we're in there, let's have a quick squiz. So Ayton making profit, Briz making profit, Briz making profit, the Buzz is making profit. Ironically, you can see how good these feeder ones are. So for this particular year, the feeder is making 3,500. Remember that these are only doing transfers, and there are 5 of them. The actual Buzz, which is only 2 buses, has only made 2 grand. So that could probably make more money as a standalone unit, but I am making money on the back end with the train ride as well. So they are doing particularly well for us. Our timber is going pretty alright, we're making money there. Quick look at the trains, let's have a look. So our Manus coal line is bringing in about 130k a year, Ranford 70k, and that's a passenger. Brisbane to Ashton, which is bringing in about 60k, which means I've got some trains to clean up here. Right, so this is that one is Brisbane East to Bundabar. So passenger, and that's Briz East to Bundabar. So that is that big old boy there, Briz East to Bundabar. If anyone knows how to move this over, it irritates me to no end. Doesn't matter how big you make the box, you can't seem to grab a slider to move the width. The only way to kind of know is you can click on it and see, but usually that's why I keep the front end quite short, so it's quite easy to read. So where are you going? Gospers to Ranford, alright. What train are you? Train 11. Alright, so we'll do a passenger, Gosper? Just go Gosper to Ranford, which is train 11. Alright, where were you going? Same thing. Alright, so that goes in there. Where were you going? You're doing Manus, Korowa, Bundabar. We'll call that, we'll call that, the main one's Bundabar. Alright, so let's go passenger Bundabar to Manus via Korowa. Alright, passenger Bundabar to Manus, there it is there. And then what are you doing? Oh, you're my goods train. Alright, so that's goods to Brisbane from goods Brisbane from, we're bringing that from the timber, from Ranford timber. TM, there we go. Alright, and we got goods. So quick trip through there. So 130 last year, 66, 25, which is the goods train. That was our new line we just started, so hopefully that'll take off. 61 there, 12 grand and 26 grand. So we do need to put a bit of work into Gosford and Ranford, which that's on the cards as soon as we've got this Brisbane thing up and running. So that's got 42, that's got 8, we've got plenty of mail. And what I might do, actually what is probably a great idea, is I'm going to grab another train here, diesel train. And this is going to be good. So this diesel train here, I'm actually just going to load it completely with mail vans, but I'm going to send it to every single station on the line. And that will help us deal with the excess mail that we've got going on. So I just need to think about this. So I think the way to do this is we're going to send it out. We'll send it to Brisbane first, up to Ayton. Then we will send it, because it can loop at Ayton. We'll then send it down to Gosper Point. And then it can go to Bundabar Woods, into Brisbane East, down to Manus, and then it can come across and finish at Ranford and then start the loop again. And then we're going to refit these as mail, and that's going to give us a massive mail train. And then what I've just noticed is, because it's going to come in and do a bit of a loop, is we're going to add an additional line. So let's just move that signal back one and then remove that signal. And then we're going to add an additional line down here so we can bypass this station just in case it has trains in it. And what we will do is actually we'll allow for quite a substantial amount of trains to be on this line. So we could probably fit, yeah, we could definitely fit a couple. We don't want it queuing through there, but they won't queue here. They might just be annoying if they break down, but that's okay. Alright, so that will go there. We'll get rid of that. That goes there like that. And then we've got one for when they get into there, which hopefully, yes, it's long enough. Fantastic. Alright, so I'm not putting these on here just because I don't want them to go through here, choose one of these and just camp here. If they're going this way, it's a straight through. So I'm okay to have a signal there. Putting it there, if they decide they want to go into this one and there's already a train in here, they'll start queuing here and queue up back through here, which we don't want them to do. I'd rather them sort of queue back here. I might even end up adding a duplication through there at some point as well. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's up and running. You can see there's a lot of mail there, so that mail train is going to help. We've got passengers going well there. Everything looks like it's humming along now. Really on top of those passengers in Brisbane. 9-day growth tick. Oh, that is what you want to see. Alright, so that's 9-day growth tick. Aiden is sitting at 20 days. I really want to get that going, but I will come back to that. Alright, now for Ranford and Gosper. Alright, so Gosper, let's go. Alright. Quick drink break for me, and before I do anything else, bus station. We were nearly built out then. We were nearly not going to be able to get a bus station connected to our train line, but we did it. Alright, so I think with this one here, what we're going to do is our bus station is covering pretty much up to this road here. So we're going to pop one here and one here, and then I think it's not much is going to happen at the moment, but we will also pop one up here, which it's got a couple of buildings that it's picking up. And look, they've built their own bridge. I'm gonna no, I'm not gonna help. Yeah, no, I've got my stations, so I'll help them out. Alright, so I'll help them out with that. It's probably going to anger them because I've killed some trees. But again, I don't want them wasting growth ticks on building roads. I want them to really start building houses. I need somewhere to put a depot that makes sense. Oh, we can get it in just here. Do I want it here? Actually, what we'll do is we'll put it here. That's good. That blocks that from building out that way. And we can kind of build behind my track, which I don't think I need to duplicate that, so I should be okay. Alright, so let's get our group ready. This will be, where are we, Gosfer, so this will be buzz at Gosfers. Alright, let's get our bus going by vehicle, and we want to go here. Where do we want to go? We can go this way, so we'll go this way, and that way after they've been to the last station, if they want to stop in and get looked at, they absolutely can. Let's put you into Gospers, and then I'm going to clone you and actually reverse this. So we want to go, what do I want to go? Gosper. So before we went central, so we want to go central, woods, Gosper North, Gosper Point, one of those and one of those. That's 2 each direction. I'm not going to put unbunch on these because I really don't care. They'll break down, they'll work it out, they won't. It's none of my business. Alright, so they're having a party, they're happy. Alright, so I think next we're going to, because we're not really even doing anything with mail in Brisbane. So I think what we're going to do is quickly get a mail run into Brisbane. Then we'll go over to Ayton and get that up and running. So, what spots have we got? We've got a spot. Have we got a spot there? Is that a spot? Oh, that's kind of nice. Nice little corner. No, can't be. It needs to demolish first. Alright, so let's get a mail here. Here. Oh, we've got buses. We've got buses here and here. Well, that now accepts passengers. That's good. Alright, so we could go mail here. Okay, this could work. So if I go mail, I just don't want to congest this section here. So I'm just trying to think about how we can do this run. So I think if I have a mail here and a mail here, they can come. Can't build truck station, road vehicle, no. Okay, there we go. So I'm thinking they can come down here, up here. So then logically if they come up here, they'll probably come around here. Which we've got some buildings there, so we can get another mail there, and then they're going to come down here, and we could probably have them come through here, pop another mail there, and then we want them to come back around to here, so they're facing the wrong way for that, because it'll go up there. Alright, so then we wanted to make this efficient, we'll then put a, do we just put a mail at the train station? Make that the last port of call. I think so. Then they'll come in there, yeah. So let's pop that there, and then let's get another depot just there. Kind of all our infrastructure's there. Alright, so get our first mail truck. Woo woo, mailman in the house. Alright, so how do we do this again? So we're going to go here, here, and we're not going to do a mirror of this one. I don't think it's going to work if we do. Here, and then they'll come up to here, then they'll go in and they'll start all over again. That's perfect. Okay, so this will be mail Brisbane. So if I reverse that, it would be here, here, they come up to here, go here, come down to there, and then go into there, and then when they start again, they're going, where are they going? Reverse, so it ended here, so they would start here, they go down to here, up to here, down to here, down to here, and then it ends and they go back to here. I don't know, I can't do the mental gymnastics. you're all going the same way. Let's add a new order to this. Just go to here and unbunch, and go to here to unbunch, and where's the other one? Go to here and unbunch. That will work, and I do not have to do any mental gymnastics on the pathing. Right, so we've done this correctly. They're all going to follow each other, but they'll unbunch on the next run. So they go down here. They've gone down there. Hooray, we're all going to celebrate. Happy days. And they're going to come down here. They've gone exactly... See, half the battle with this game, especially with road vehicles, is understanding the pathing. So they come up here. Fantastic. Yep. And then they're going to go up there and around there. That's brilliant. I like that. I like that a lot. Are any buses coming this way? If not, no, they are. I was going to say I might turn that into a one-way street, but let's not do that. Alright, Brisbane, done. Let's go to Ayton. So Ayton is at a 20-day growth tip. Good job, Ayton. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, does Ayton have feeders? Ayton Buzz, Bris Central feeder, Bris Central, Ayton, here we go. Alright, so Ayton transfer feeder. So that's this one here I'm going to go with. So you're going to Ayton transfer. So we have 600 people there. Alright, where is my depot? Alright, let's give me 2 more on that. Let's see how that goes. That'll get some hippity happening there. I don't have any other feeders in Ayton. Okay, so that's okay. We can get some more. So we got here 800 passengers. Alright, new, go away, not the mood for you. Alright, so we want you to go to Ayton Central, then here, full load, no unloading, no loading, and transfer. And that will be the Ayton Central feeder. Alright, good job. No, not yet. Ungrouped. Oh, I've got to put those stupid mail trucks in, I think. Ayton Central feeder. Clone that. Get you off and running. I'll get you up and running in a minute. So there is... Did I make a Brisbane mail? Yeah, mail Brisbane. Get in your one. There you go. Alright, got the mail trucks going in Brisbane. I'll get you going. I'll get you out of here. Probably not 4. That's my guess. I'll get you going. I'll give it a minute and I'll get the other one going. Do I have another? So that station's got 448 passengers. That one's got 12. Alright, so that's okay. Alright, how many have I got doing the Ayton Buzz? Buzz. Alright, let's get my thing back up and let's get a couple more vehicles on the Buzz. So you don't want to overstimulate the Buzz because the Buzz is hitting all the stations. And even though these guys have got hundreds of passengers out the wazoo, as you can see here, this one's still struggling. So what you'll end up with is a lot of buses that are becoming unprofitable because the time it takes to get from the various stations. This is not too bad because only probably one station that isn't profitable, but I think what we're going to do is get another feeder off of that south one as well to really load this up, and because the trains, you're carrying them much further distance, so you're always just going to make more money. Alright, so we bring that here, we bring that one to south and back to there, and it's going to full load, all cargo, no unloading and no loading, and transfer those sweet money generation machines. And that is Ayton South, yeah, Ayton South. Ayton South feeder. Ayton South feeder. Alrighty, go and go. Alright, that should really help us get some growth on the go. Come here, off you go. Alright, so we've got Ayton getting fed. We've got Brisbane getting fed. Brisbane's at 7,000 people. Even Gosper, so Gosper's already jumped up. I think that was just under 1,000. It's jumped up. They are definitely happy with us. What we're going to do as well is I really want these coal mines to grow. And I think I can get a boost from the government if I buy a statue. So 140,000, let's do it. Alright, so I think with the statue, I think I get a boost to my rating here. So I think I can get that up. And you can see, yeah, there it is climbing now. So I think it gives it a 10% boost. So there we go, we're going to 73. And then let's see if it's going to get 74. So I think that's good, because getting that up will help us get a growth tick on this. So I think that might slowly push us over 80. I think we're at 70, so that should get us to 80, 81. That should also help with Ranford Mines as well. So I'm sure we're going to see that lift as well. Yep, 74. So it's slightly further away. So I think there's a bit of like erosion based on how many tiles from the city centre it is. But we're definitely getting a boost there, because you can see that has climbed quite quickly. That's 79, that's 75. So that's, yeah, there we go. So that's 80. So that's going to give us the highest chance now to get a growth tick, because that should start reflecting in the coal mine based on our rating, and that should help with the wood as well to get a growth tick, and that's already pushing on 100 as well. Alright, so that was a good investment, really good investment. And I think in addition to that, we are going to get, so that coal mine's at Ranford, that one's at Manus. So town is not growing, our rating is appalling. Alright, we will need to do a bit of work at Manus. Why is our rating so mediocre? Alright, so we put a bus station in, and then we never did anything. Alright, we will come back to Manus momentarily. I don't want to deal with that just yet. Gospar's feeling good about us. Alright, so that's good. And we will head that way soon. Brisbane should at this point love us. Outstanding. Fantastic. What's our ratings like here? 65. Alright, I think we'll buy a statue here as well, just to boost our overall rating. That'll be good outcome for us. And then I think what I want to do next is, this is a decent, so that's 126 tons, and that's 72 tons. So I think what I want to do is I want to get a station in here. So let's get our construction thing up. Alright, and let's hide the trees. Alright, so I'm just gonna come in around, okay. Let's rejig this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come out nicely there, and then we're gonna come up along here, maybe one more. Yep, that's what we want there. Fix up that little misclick. Alright, and then we're gonna come down here, like so, like that, pop that there, and pop that there. And then we're going to leave space for a signal, and then let's get a nice looking platform. So we're going to be picking up a mixture of coal. So I think what I'll do here is I'll put a single platform coal. We're going to have to base some farm. Alright, so I'm going to have to, who's this I'm bribing? Whose area am I in? Whose farm is this? Is this Kiara? Kara? Alright, Korwa, prepare to get bribed. Alright, so we're not going to be able to build that. They're going to tell us we can't build that. Alright, so we need to spend a bit of money here. We're going to have to tree these clowns. They're not growing either. Alright, let's go, Korwa. Oh, can't even see what I'm doing. Trees are invisible. Alright, we're appalling. Still appalling. Come on, how many trees do you need? Greenpeace is loving me. Very poor. Come on, very poor. Poor. Alright. We're at poor. So I need that. So I need probably 1, 2, 3. So let's give them 3 campaigns. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for allowing me to build on your farmlands. Alright, so we get this coal terminal here to sit. So that's used up 1, and then I can do another 2, so that's 1, 2. So I've paid for that farmland, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these nice cool pig looking ones and connect that there. That's a real I like that, really industrial looking. Alright, let's just Invisalign the trees again. Let's just make them opaque. Alright, because we need a way to connect this up to this line. And I think the way we're going to do that is like this. So we'll bring that up as far as we can here. Because we're going to come back in and we need to be able to, for them to access that there. Alright, so which is going to mean that signal needs to move back one again. Alright, and then that goes there. So then what we're going to do is, I reckon the way to do this is to bring this along here like this, bring this along here like this, bring this along here like this, bring this along here. I know this seems really inefficient, but this is just going to give some space so they're not blocking. Is that the way? I think that's way too janky. Let's just go. We could probably just do this a lot more efficiently. Everybody just pretend that you can unsee the last 30 seconds of waffling. I think what we will do is, oh, that's clean. That's clean. All right, leave that there. This is just going to come straight across like this. Look at that. What was I even doing? All right, so that comes straight across there. They can get on that one there, go that way. Depending on, so the coal needs to go somewhere up here. There's no coal plants around here, is there? No, so we'll send that to where the other coal plant is. And the farm is over there. So these guys need a way to turn around. So we can just Scrooge McDuck that whole thing. Don't even worry about that. Put this signal back where it was. And then grab a bridge. Alright, and just grab a nice bridge. Let's get a suspension bridge. That is hideous. Thank you. Yeah, I know that was a waste of money. Let's go concrete. Concrete's nice, it's simple. Like that. That's all it needs. And then we can, this is probably the time to build a fast track through here anyway. So we can get a fast track lane on here, which anybody not wanting to use the station can do the fast track. Trains coming from over here can just jump straight on the fast track. Alright, so we want a one-way here, and then one way there. That's long enough, they won't queue through. One way there, one way there. Let's just get one at the start of the bridge there, and then let's get one there so they can queue through. That will be perfect. Obviously one there. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh. I don't like that. I don't like that. Alright, let's do this. Let's go 1, 2, and then connect it there. So let's remove that signal. It doesn't seem like a big deal now, but if we start really clogging this with trains, which I have a tendency to do, they will find ways to just get themselves jammed up, because something will queue through here, it'll back up through there, somebody will be wanting to turn somewhere, and the whole thing comes to a screaming halt. So I'm pretty good at making sure, especially here. So the good thing here is if we remove this signal, which is important, if we remove this signal here and a train comes into here and stays, a train will not enter this block until this train moves, which means there's a free path through there and there's a free path through there. If that train's waiting there and blocking the trains behind it, that's okay, because as soon as this train moves, it can take that path. What happens if a train queues through here like this is this train might be trying to go this way, and this train sitting here and another train sitting here, and it all just kind of feeds into a snake eating its own tail. And so when I'm doing these big looped networks, it's just very important that when you've got turn-offs, that there's enough room for a full train to bank in there. And then they shouldn't jam up. We shouldn't have any issues. Breakdown happens, it will just unbreak down and go. It will always have a free path in front of it. It will never become completely blocked. So, alright, so that's good. So if I'm coming from now, so how am I going to get there? So this has got to go down, all the way down here to get to the coal, which is fine. Then it can come back up via here. And so that comes off. That's only if they're coming from that way. which the coal may come. He may drop off, come that way. I don't know. We'll find out which way he goes. But if they're coming from this direction, I guess it makes sense to splinter out here with our other lines, so we're keeping it consistent. And then we're just going to make a path. Let's just get... So why is that signal there? So let's get rid of that signal there. And then we're going to make a path across. This is just easy and simple. And then I want a nice strong connection there. And let's just get rid of that garbage there and there. Thank you. Alright, and we want to make sure we leave, that's plenty of room. I'll pop one there, that'll do, and I'll pop one there. Brilliant. So we can now come from that direction, however that works. I don't even know where the loop around is there. We can now come from that direction, come down here, hop off there, pick up, drop off, come around, and then we can come back down here, over here, and go down. And if we're coming from the coal plant, we can come from somewhere over Whipsticks over there, come down through this little flyover, and come around here. So, oh look at that, someone's already using our... Is that... We have that there already? Oh, we must already have that there. Okie dokie. So I can pick up... What's the coverage on this like? Alright, so I'm not quite getting the lumber, but I am... Oh, why did I put the livestock one there? Silly. Alright, let me change that to Columnus Maximus. Thanks for playing. Local authority refuses to allow this. Ugh. Come on, Corolla. Why do you hate me? Appalling. You put in one station, you don't even kill any trees, and everybody gets upset. Whatever. Where is a depot? Here. Alright, new vehicles. Alright, what do we got? 70 out. So that has gone up. That's good. Alright, so it obviously increases with the trains like how long the train's been on the market for. Which means this one is probably going to be terrible. So 48, that must be that brand new one I just got. And this one is 63. How fast is this? 112, 144, 78, 63. Let's just go with that for now. Think too, as soon as I get a bit better, once this kind of gets over, which one is it? This one gets over 80. I might start upgrading my steam engines to diesel engines as well. Alright, so we want that, and then we want bulk wagon. Let's go 6, because this is actually going to be quite a long train actually. So we'll go there, and then we're going to go down to the coal mine there. We want full load, all cargo, no unloading, no loading, and unload all if accepted. Give me 2 of those, and let's rumble. Rumble in the jungle. And then let's go, no, that one there, ungrouped. And we've got CL, Coro, how do you spell it? Coro, yep, okie dokes. And coal and coal. Alright, and that's just the mail train, we're just going to call that Channing. I don't know how you spell it. Channing Tatum. The old mail train. Ladies love it. Alright, pop that in there just so it doesn't bother me. How is the mail train? Actually, probably should have looked. You guys might have looked if you paused. How was the mail train doing? Oh geez, it's making profit. Oh, that's good. So we're cleaning out the excess mail and making money, so that's good. Alright, Korora has 3 passengers waiting, 39% rating. We'll get some feeders built onto Korora soon. They'll be happy once we start transporting that coal. I really just need to get that timber as well. But it might have to involve reclaiming some farmland, which I'm not keen. I could just come down here. How much is that going to be? 1, 2, how many do I need? So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probably need 12. 12. Alright, let's bribe them. Let's bribe them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alright, we've paid for the farmland. So let's just build the connection first. And then I'll clean it up. So that... No, it's the wrong one. So we want to go there. Alright, so we can pop that there, and then this one is the one. So we want to get these really cool looking milk tanks. Milk tank. Pokemon fans in the house. So we can go, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I've paid for. Oh, I've still done this wrong, right? And 6, that's what I've paid for. Alright, so if you've just joined this video and you're wondering why I'm talking about paying for, and why I paid those small advertising campaigns, we're playing a ultra realistic, super hard version that I've invented of, oh, this is not the right thing, of, what's this game? Open Transport Tycoon. And why we're doing what we're doing is because in the real world, you wouldn't just be able to plow through a farmer's land using eminent domain. So we're saying that small advertising campaign that we're paying for is essentially us going to the government and getting rights granted to basically cut this poor farmer's land in half. We also have to pay if we want to build an airport, because we need to buy the theoretical air rights, which I may really want to get an airport in Brisbane before I get built out, and I'm getting built out quite quickly. So I might buy, how big is an airport? Sorry, I know we're bouncing around a bit here. Not that, ooh, seaplane airport, that's cool. So modern airport, so that is, what's the size of the commuter airport? It's quite big. I think we'll get away with this modern small. So what do we need? We need 4x3. So I think we're just going to get in here while the getting is good. And I think what we're going to do, ooh, can we get, alright, so let's just, 1, 2, what is it? What do we need? 4x3 or 3x4? We need 4x3, don't we? Yeah, 4x3. Oh, we could get it in there. It's tempting. Oh, it's really tempting. Alright, what I'm going to do is I am going to buy up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We are going to buy that up, and we will buy this up as well, so that we can attach a passenger to it, so that we can keep it connected to our network. Because remember, for all airports or seaports, they need to be connected to our existing road or rail network. So I can't just build it here, it needs to be connected to the network. Having a bus station there will connect it to the network, which will be fantastic. And we will, where will we send that? I mean, we could send it to Aiden. It's not really, I mean, I could, oof, alright. So I could go 1, 2, 3, and 4 across there. So I'm going to have to pay for 12. Alright, hang on. Just unclick that. Right, so I need to buy 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I can repossess that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Alright, which is brilliant. And then I will pay for another 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5. It's going to send me broke. It's worth it though. Alright, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then what that will allow me to do is, instead of them using a growth tick to build roads, they will use their growth tick to build a building, and that will start to get a bit more coverage. Because if we place that down now, you can see we're getting decent coverage, but we've got a lot of uncovered area. So we want to try and promote growth through that corridor where we're planning on sticking the airport. And then probably what I want to do, whoa, Gosper, calm down, my guy. So he's clearly wanting to build up the hill for some reason, even though there's nothing up there. So I don't know, maybe here an airport. I don't think it's big enough yet. I'm not too bothered. I mean, Brisbane's over 10,000 now. What I might do is get in early here, and actually, where's the road? Make that, there we go. Alright, so what we might do here is, we want our airport to go, will it fit there? 1, 2, 3, it will. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll get our airport in there, and what we will do, so that it starts to grow where we want it to grow, again, we will build like this to encourage the growth, and we will actually pick up, now that will be connected directly to our road network, so that's going to be fine. So I'll let that build out and put some buildings there. That will be brilliant when that comes online as well. We haven't even put passengers into here, so our rating's probably garbage. It is. But we'll get some passengers in there in a minute. I think we're going to wrap this one up. I think that's where we're at. Like we've done well. I think we're at nearly the hour mark. So let's check in against our goals. So company value of 2.5. Are we there yet? 2.1. So next episode we should click over the bronze goal for company value. We're at the 11-year mark. So I kind of put these together and I wasn't sure how achievable they were. I would love to see Master Hellish through this. I feel like he could probably crack those goals. Oops, Control Z. Because you've got 20 years to try and do it. Obviously I've only got 9 years left. I feel like I could maybe hit these silvers. Like I'm definitely going to hit that bronze in the next couple of years, but I don't know if I'll scale quick enough to get to that. Our bank balance, what's our bank balance sitting at the moment? 1.6. So we need a bank balance of 10 million is our next hurdle, so we're not there yet. Monthly revenue of 1.2, which I don't think we're there yet. Not even close. We're at 186,000. Is that monthly revenue or yearly revenue? Oh, sorry, that should be, sorry, this is yearly revenue. So our yearly revenue needs to be 1.2. So let's just check in. I was going to do monthly revenue, but I realized that it only plots this, and the only way to get a hard number is in here. So let's look at our yearly revenue. Here we go. Total. So we're sitting at about 500k in terms of revenue at the moment. Obviously after, like at EBITDA, it's lower than that, but we're sitting at 500k. So we are still off the bottom one at 1.2. Train revenue 480. We're we're close on the train revenue. All right, that's looking good. So we should hit the train revenue. So it should be a good video. Next video I think we'll hit the company val. We should hit the train revenue. Road vehicle revenue is a long way off, but we're going to start building that out. Aircraft, we're going to start building that out. 10 towns at 1500. Have we got 10 towns at 1500? Let's have a look. Town, Refidex, sort by population. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so Manus Forest, which is one of ours that we're going to build out next, is one. Mount Lamb, and Gospers. Alright, so if we can do Manus next video, we've got Gospers already growing. Manus hates us, but we can do that next video. So next video, I am very confident that we're going to hit the town size, the train revenue, and the company value. So, and we should start pushing up on this as well. We'll get those aircraft in. So we're really in a good position after, what is this, 3 episodes? We're in a good position, 3 hours in. I'm feeling confident. If you're enjoying this, throw a comment in there. I'll do my best to reply. I'm recording this ahead of time because I just don't have time to record these while I'm working. So I'm doing this on my holidays. But if you guys enjoy this, hopefully when I get another break, I can do another series. And please tag Master Hellish because I would love to see him have a crack at this challenge. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.